Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Here we are for part number 3 of our mechanic career. Last episode we unlocked our repair bench and our test track, I guess you could call it, suspension testing area in here. So we use that, put that to good use on our mission job here, the mine M6. So I'll lift this guy up. We have some things we need to take off. I sort of had a bit of a look around. I know we're going to need to replace the radiator and the housing and stuff. So I've purchased a lot of the stuff. I think we're going to need. I don't know if we really need to. Actually, yeah, I think we do. We do need to take this off because we need to take out the front drive axles. We need to take out these guys. We need to take out the outer tie rods, the inner tie rod. Need to take off the lower suspension arm and the suspension up here. So we need to take this. There we go. I think we need to go around to the other side. Take the rim off as well. So do exactly the same thing. Take the drive axle out, the front end link on the sway bar, the suspension itself, or the shock absorber I should say. This one. I think, no, they don't look too bad. Lower suspension arm, the outer tie rod, and the inner tie rod. Alright, now if we go back and try not to headbutt the thing, pull these apart. So the spring's alright, but the cap and that's not very good. Yeah, I think I've got everything we need. I did get this one as well off camera. It is the Dodge Charger, the DLC, which I do have. Put a new engine oil filter on and change the oil, so we'll get that done as well. Join parts, there we go. Might as well go and get that while we're here. Engine oil filter V8. So go V8. It would have been better to. Actually, no, it's just V8, wasn't it? I think. Pretty sure it was just the V8 one, not the V8 OV. Alright, put these guys together. V8, yeah, just V8. I thought so. My memory is bloody terrible. Alright, so let's start putting this bad boy back together. So we'll go with our shock absorber. Put our lower suspension arm. Inner tie rod. We've got the outer tie rod. The sway bar end link. And then our drive shafts as well. Front axles, whatever you want to call them. Put the rims back on. So I'm kind of waiting for us to get to the junkyard, but the junkyard isn't until I believe it's like level 13 or something. We've got to wait till we get to the junkyard because I'd like to be able to go and obviously get a car that we can completely strip and rebuild from the ground up. So we're gonna have to wait for that unless we can get like some barn finds or something before then. How's that? That's it. That's everything except for the end link. Right, the rims back on. I have also looked at more mods, so I've pretty much got every single Holden and Ford mod of the Australian version cars, because I'm Australian, and I'd like to do some Australian cars, which would be pretty awesome. So I decided that I would download as many as I could find. Alright, let's have a look. Everything done. Money spent, 1280. Total payout nearly 2,000. Good. Up to level 5 now. Move you to the lifter. We can start jacking you up. Need to get the oil pan over here. There we go. Let's have a look. So level 4 we can do successful repair, Luxe tire tread tester. This examines 3 parts, or the tablet. I think the tablet's probably a good one. So I just haven't actually gone anywhere to get anything. Faster screwing, unscrewing. All these other scanners. I think like the scanners are probably the most important things really at the moment. I'll use you. Grab the filter. Put a new one on. Go, move you back. Lower you back down. This is, honestly, if I could buy any car in the world, this Dodge Charger, exact model, is my dream car. So, yeah, one day I'll be able to afford one. But yep, certainly Dodge Charger is like an old school Dodge Charger like this. The exact same model is my dream car, and it has been since I was, I don't know, a little kid. I just find them to be absolutely beautiful, beautiful cars, and love it. I love the front end, how it looks. Even the Super B models are pretty awesome too. So I love the front end, the grille, the bumper, and just the shape of it is just freaking outstanding. I love these cars. Anyway, let's end this job. $121. Boom. It's up to level 5, so we're still a little bit away from where we need to be. Okay, there we go. There's a 2014 VF HSV GTS. Knocking sound from the suspension. Oh, it just disappeared. The Salem Kirin. I brought this machine from a friend of mine who needed money quickly. He assured me that the car was fine, but I feel it pulling to the right. And this strange smell, like mushrooms. From what I remember, he works behind a desk, not in sales. Anyway, check what's wrong with it and make it usable. Good. Yes, let's do this one. This one will be nice and easy. So this is another one that I've downloaded. And I am a Ford fan. So it is a Ford FPV GT, as you can see, GTF actually. Beautiful, beautiful car. Not the color I would choose, but beautiful car nonetheless. And it needs much wider rims on it, I think. Alright, let's go get this one brought in as well. Pop the hood. Look at the bad boy. Alright, so oil filter V8. So now we can go to our tablet. And we can go oil filter and go V8. Done. Jack him up. So I think these are just engine covers and stuff, because that's what the actual engine looks like in real life. And that's part of the front bumper. So where is the filter on this side, I would think? Yep, there it is. Right, let's put the new filter on. Oh, there we go, straight into the thing. Really knock ourselves out. I think, has this one got the list provided? I don't think it does it? Holy Jesus. I think we need to move you to the test path. Wow. Okay, so let's use this. Put this back. Put this down, and then do the oil filter. Fill the oil, I should say. Actually, I don't know. Let's disassemble mode. I don't want body disassemble mode. Where's... engine cover. There we go. So I don't know if... yeah, it's supercharged. That probably is what it looks like in real life. Just with the engine cover on it. I've never seen one, but I do know what like a Ford V8 engine looks like as far as the Ford models do go. Especially, I don't know about assemble mode. I'm not sure about this model though. That looks freaking amazing. Oh, oh shit! Wrong button. Okay, let's go back in. Face palm for days. Right, let's continue. Come on, let's get us in there. Loading times are pretty quick, actually. It's really good. I'm really surprised how quick the loading times actually are, considering the graphics and stuff. I was just trying to shut the hood, but let's not even worry about it. Done $121, but 128 experience. That's pretty good. There's nothing here for warehouse, another parking spot, your garage. Yep. I don't know when. Wish we could hold the sprint button. Don't know when. So we've got the junkyard we can't go to yet. Car salon we can go to. Test track we can't go to auctions yet either. The abandoned airport, which I think is just like a racing thing. Test track, off-road track. Let's go to the test track. Haven't been there yet. This playthrough, so this may take a little while to load, but probably won't be too bad, I suppose. Right, so acceleration test, which is not very good. Oh, it's like my grandma's body driving or something. Oh, there we go, second gear. Oh, brakes work. Slalom test. Keep following the road, then we'll have the suspension test up here. Quite interesting. Dong, 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 dong. Oh. Can't actually move the camera around it, I think. 80 kilometers an hour might be its max speed. That was way too early. There we go. Achievement unlocked, road test. So unlocking a few achievements, which is a surprise. I do have, what are we, 17 hours total in the game, so I haven't played it for a lot, to be honest, but yeah. Played it a little bit. I wonder if it's still in here, actually, because we still need to... Yeah, it is. We'll do this other test as well, because that should give us a little bit more information. If it starts. Just. Press and hold the brake. Forward. Brakes are dodgy. Rear brakes will be just as bloody bad. Yeah, look at them, terrible. A bit of a rockin'. Let's rock it, don't come a knockin'. Oh, jeez. I'm going to spend like 25 hours on this car. The interior is clean, so for the thing there, look at that. A lot of issues. Is that everything? Except for 3 parts, maybe. So move you to car lifter. This thing is quite bad. Where's our... No, oh, look away. Get our phone. Nothing. Holden Monaro VK, which is a mod. The Ford EB GT. Holden VS. I'm going to get that because I have actually owned one of these. Not a V8, but I've owned a Holden VS Commodore. It's got the bogan rims. We call them bogans. Bogan rims. Which I guess Americans... What do you guys call bogans over there? Hillbillies, I guess. Yep, that's exactly a 5-litre engine. A V8. Beautiful looking machine. Interior is perfect. So whoever does these mods, really, yep, that's where the spare wheel goes, does a bloody awesome job, because they are exactly what they look like. That's bloody outstanding. Alright, so bring this guy up. What other ones do we have? That's a mod. Ford 174 XB Coupe, which is good. So what sort of car is this? This is the Salem Kirin. Okay. Alright, let's make sure I get all the parts we need, because I do have the list next to me here, as you guys know. So we'll go in, we'll go back, so we need to inner tie rod times 2, outer tie rod times 2, need steering rack, we need cross member B, wheel hub cap times 2, lower suspension arm, lower suspension arm, where is it? Lower suspension arm times 2, rear drive, so solid rear drive axle times 2. Let's go bushing. So rubber bushing is telling me I need 8. Brake pads, we need 4. Oop, that's 5. I only need 4. 2 calipers. Brake disc ventilator times 2. There we go. Alright, let's bring this up. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, we've got the news on the background and I had a crash at one of our local McDonald's. It's not really local to me, but local enough. It's just amazing how stupid some people can be. Really. But anyway. I don't think we need the wheel hub bearing. Let's go. There's all the bushings on the cross member. I think. Yeah, that does need to go. So I thought that did need to go. I'll take the outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Take the lower suspension arm. Take all the rubber bushings out. Yep. Go over to here. Take this bushing out. Ooh, take this cross member off first. I wish it would. The camera would just when it would just zoom in and in on, even if you didn't actually click on it like this. As soon as you click on it like that and hold it, it should just zoom straight into it. Tire off first then. Damn it. I guess that's one thing that I can honestly say about Diesel Brothers is you have to actually take things off by looking at them properly, whereas obviously CMS 18 you don't have to. Okay, so let's go examine mode. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Back to the front. So we can inspect a lot of this stuff by ourselves, which some things, as you guys are aware, you can pick up from the outside, some things you can't. So I'll put new ventilated disc on, new pads all around, new caliper I think we needed. Let's go with front suspension cross member. Start putting on the rubber bushings back in. Let's go over to this side, get these other bushings put in. This other one, and we can do our steering rack and get all our left hand side put back together. I think so. Do new ones anyway, why not? Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. Whole front end's going to be brand new for this fella. Although his mate did rip him off a little bit. Never buy things off mates, honestly, because it just does cause dramas. What are we missing? Nothing else. Wheel cap, brake disc, pads, caliper. Yeah, okay, done. The rim back on. I think that's it for the front end, I believe. Go back to examine mode. Nothing else at the front. It's red. No, good. Look at the job list. Brake cabs, rear drive axles, all that stuff. Yep, so there's a few more things on the rear to do yet. This is quite a I think we need to replace this one. Quite a few things left to do on the rear. So if we go like this and examine the parts, that bushing needs to go, as you can see, which I'm hoping, because we did use some rubber bushing. No, okay, so we might need to take that back out and buy a couple more. Okay, get out of this, go rubber bushing times 2. They're only $15 each, so it doesn't matter. But I think we put them in the front when we should have put them in the rear. So, there we go. New rear axle in. Rubber bushing. Brake disc, 55%, so I think that's alright. It didn't say anything about a brake disc, no. Bushing, caliper, and the bushing, caliper, yep. Done, get that done. So the more things we unlock to get us to check out the car, we can pretty much get 100% of the car nearly by scanning. Some things you can't get, so by scanning the car, it's going to get the majority of the stuff. Then there'll be a few bits and pieces that we'll have to actually pull out of the vehicle, like the tyre condition there, the rim condition. Couldn't actually get that without either inspecting it or pulling it off the car. And some things you actually need to pull off the car. You can't just get it by looking at it. So solid rear axle back on. Brake disc is good. Oop, wrong side. New brake pads. New, not a new caliper, that's the old caliper, but it's still good. Whoa. A reasonably good condition. Make sure now we've got everything. Brake caliper, rubber bushing. Which brake caliper's no good still? Which brake caliper's still no good? I think, does that? I don't know if it actually tells you which one's which when you do that. Oh, there you go, it does it. Highlights them. That's awesome. Alright, let's go. Pull you off. So we need to put a new brake caliper on. Did we buy? Yep, but we didn't need them on the rear, so I don't know why. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Brake caliper. Still going to be a fair bit ahead income-wise, I think. It's going to be a pretty good paying job. Right, how's that? Done. 5 grand. There we go. Nearly 15 grand. So this one needs oil V8, air, fuel, and refill. Let's go all filter. Oop, filter. So we need air, V8, and fuel. I'm thinking the fuel filter, really, if this is a legitimate remake of the car, this screen looks terrible. The fuel filter should be in the rear end, like at the back near the fuel tank, because they usually fuel tanks here. The fuel filter usually runs down the side here somewhere. So, which obviously it can't be. It's up here, which is fine. That really doesn't matter. It's like not too big a deal for me. Can we? Why can't we click on the car? There we go. Why was it still sitting like that? Right, take the oil filter off. New filter on. The oil filters for days, really, don't we? Oh, wrong one. Use. Right, move you back. Can lower you back down. Pop the hood. Air intake, air filter. Replace that. Where are we? Go back to the back here somewhere. There it is. Take this off. So with it being mods, of course, it's not going to be 100% true to life with how it works, as you can see, because of the engine cover and stuff. That's what the engine actually looks like without the engine cover on. So, but I mean, it's still pretty bloody awesome that they can even put mods like this in the game. It is really, really sweet. Go full. Go back out. Mount the engine cover back on. Shut the hood, and we're done. Done. $218. That's probably how much it would cost in real life, I would think, to do that. Level 6 now. So we still need a few more things. Check the condition of tyres. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Repair stuff. Instantly examine 3 parts of seeing a car for the first time. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, we'll do that. Faster part installing and unlocking. Alright, let's go down with level 6. I don't think we'll have barn finds or anything yet. No, not yet. 4 jobs have come through. So we've got the Salem Flamo. We'll take that because I want to do all the mission jobs. We'll move you straight to lifter. Check the rest. The Bolt Chapman F Mill. Got the Emden Lots and the Dodge Charger, which I'm not going to worry about any of those because they don't have any bonuses. Flamo, no bonus, doesn't matter. Right, so this thing, it's not going to have anything to tell us. My car doesn't start anymore. When it used to run, it made strange noises. Every morning I would wake up, my entire neighborhood, please make sure it start and see if you can do something so it's not so darn loud. So there'll be exhaust issues. And probably the starter motor, I would think. Where are we? The starter motor will be on the back here. 64%. Well, there's our thing going off already. So that's not an issue. Right, well, let's put that back on. So we can't go and test the car because it's not running at all. So I'm thinking, screw those back on. Take off ignition wires, spark plugs. Yep, spark plugs are an issue. And obviously, as you can see, the exhaust is going to be an issue too. Where's a fuel filter? How's that? 25%, so that's another issue. Yeah, so 4 spark plugs and a fuel filter, so we can do that now. Fuel filter, go spark plugs times 4. Oops, wrong button. Put the 4 sparkies back in. And at least, probably, we'll be able to start it anyway. Not that it's really going to matter because it's probably really only the exhaust components now that might be an issue. As you can see, actually, if we go back to, I don't know if I can actually, with that fuel pump shot. Alright, let's grab fuel pump. Done. Oh, this one. Keep pressing the wrong ones. Fuel pump on. Now it should start, I would think. Right, let's get you up in the air anyway. Check out our exhaust, which is shot. No, I don't want the rim. I want the exhaust. Rear muffler V8 Ove, middle muffler. Let's go muffler. So rear muffler V8 Ove, yes, and a middle muffler, yes. But should be able to put the rear muffler on without the middle muffler, but anyway. Let's have a look. Still 2 more things. I don't think. Let's have a examine mode. I don't think any of this would be shot. Oil filter to be. Okay, I don't think we did we? No, change and drain with new oil. So I think take this off. Oh, that works. Alright, put it back on. I think that was right. Yep, righto. Well, let's get the oil redone, and pretty much had no oil in it. What have we got? The Salem Flamo. Fuel filter, fuel pump. Ah, okay. One thing I didn't think of, which is an issue, is the battery. And where's the... Let's check the ignition coil. Take that off. Yep. Ignition coil. Small things. This one, and we'll go battery. That would probably stop it from starting too, wouldn't it? No charge in the battery would not help. So that's one thing I didn't look at, was the coil when we checked the leads and the plugs. Alright, let's go. The oil plug. So I did check, obviously the mission guide to get those last 2 things, but I probably should have checked those. We don't have the tester thing for the battery, so yeah. We spent $7.19, $12.70 payout. Boom, some more experience. Let's go to inventory. Got heaps of stuff in here that we could get rid of. And we got a barn location. Yes, that's how we get barns now. That's new to me. That wasn't like that back in the old days. That looks quite good. Take manifold for a V10. Woo. Obviously, they're performance parts too. So radiator, brake pump. Is it radiator? And then like, oh no, another barn location. Well, you know what we're doing next episode? Going on a barn find. 15 grand. Will we have enough to buy a car? I don't know. 2 barns with that. We can see. I'm not quite sure. I think we might have a look at quick jobs before we end the episode. HK Monaro. Nothing's got any bonuses, so you won't worry about those. But righto guys, if you guys enjoyed this one, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know if you've been enjoying the series so far and if you want to see some more. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.